If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
So
I
today
have
we are
some
going.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, please continue.
No. Tell what are the questions that you have. Then I will start.
Yeah, I recognize that we haven't discussed the billing documents yesterday, last session, right? We discussed about the price procedure, but we haven't discussed about the billing document. Also, delivery document, we haven't covered that also. So I know there is not much in delivery documents, but I believe there is more in billing documents. Also want to understand the scenario of, there is, I believe there is major billing documents of just regular invoice, and there is credit memo and debit memo. I don't know if you are familiar with those things.
Okay. So invoicing. Okay. The billing documents. Okay. I will show you just one. So you are referring to billing documents, right?
Yes.
So we can view billing documents using VF03, create using VF01, and change using VF02. Okay.
Yes, I know this.
So the document type. Let me just open any billing document.
I want to like understand the document type, the scenario of invoicing, and if there is a return of a product or cancellation of invoicing, how is that effect? How is
Okay.
that happening? And what's the related between how is the document type play a role here, and how is it assigned to the price procedure?
Okay.
Okay.
But that is then if you want to understand returns. Okay, returns
Yeah.
is another big topic where we have to start from sales order, return sales order. Then I need to show you the different parts of return sales order. Then delivery of that return sales order. Okay, and then the invoicing.
Returns. Okay. So
Let
we
me
can
just
recover.
try whatever I can cover quickly,
Okay.
because today we need to
Okay.
cover on the other parts also, the production deployment and testing strategy also.
Okay.
Fine. So the document type is F2. Okay,
Okay.
for the invoice. So invoice is invoice or billing, whatever you call it. It is created after a delivery is received by customer. So yesterday we saw that after doing a PGI, we clicking the button of a post go to issue in delivery. Okay,
Okay.
go to issue when we do, then we can do the invoicing. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
so it is the invoice is always created with reference to delivery.
Yes.
Okay, so in invoice you have over here payer, the one who will be eligible for paying your invoice. Okay,
Yes.
the bill to party is not there, it's rather a payer. Okay, then the other things in billing document are basically the item, the pricing, the quantity. If you want to see the detailed pricing, you can go inside and then see the conditions. It is same from the sales order. So some data is
Yes.
copied from sales order in
Mhm.
invoice, and some data is copied from delivery.
Can you show
Okay.
me the data that is copied from the delivery?
So for example, the data that is copied from delivery is quantity. Like yesterday, you had an example. I have uh, where you had some materials, you have say 3 materials in sales order. Okay,
Yes.
but you delivered only right now 2. In delivery, there
Yes.
was only 2 materials.
Yes.
Okay, so in the invoice, it will be only 2.
Okay.
Invoice will be also for 2 only because it is with reference to delivery. So the quantity is getting copied from delivery.
Mm.
Okay, but the
Okay.
pricing, since delivery doesn't have the pricing is from sales order.
Say that again.
Since delivery doesn't have any price,
Yes.
delivery doesn't contain the pricing of the material, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The price of the material is in sales order.
Oh yeah.
So the price of the material is copied from the sales order.
Okay.
The quantity is copied from delivery. The price is copied from the sales order.
Okay.
Okay. So some data comes from sales order and some data comes from delivery.
For example, you see the sales order have like 3 materials and we deliver 2. So the prices is
Yes.
different from the sales order.
Yeah.
So in the invoice is gonna calculate based on the quantity has been delivered.
Yes. It is not going to
Okay.
invoice for 3 because delivered is only 2. So
Yes.
from
Yes.
delivery, it copies the quantity and it needs the pricing. So pricing goes to sales order.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you mentioned that the price procedure is assigned to sales order document, right? And it can be
Yes.
assigned to
Yes.
the customer master data.
Yes.
Yes. You know, there is a lot of pricing also in invoice. So how is that to play a role? So can
No, that
also we
is
say
yeah. So the pricing in invoice is same as sales order.
yes,
Okay, the price, the discount, the taxes, everything will be
yes,
same, which is there in the
mm,
sales order.
yes.
So it is just copied from that to here. That's all,
Okay.
nothing else.
Yeah, I understand this. But in the price procedure, okay, you know, you need to assign it to a document or something for that to be determined based on the price procedure you have, right? So
The pricing
in
procedure is determined at sales order level. At
sales
sales
order
order,
levels.
yeah,
So
we saw yesterday, na, at
so
sales order level, it was determined.
okay, so the pricing is determined based on, for example, a sales order document, right? Actually, we mentioned yesterday that the sales pricing, we can assign it to a particular sales document or a particular customer, and that's
No, no,
happening
no,
in the
no, 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 no,
customer
no.
master data.
No, that is just a tag. That is just a tag. Okay.
That's
The
just
customer
to what?
master, the
Just
customer master has got a tag, customer pricing
okay,
procedure. Then the tag is there for document pricing procedure. But when you set up the pricing procedure determination, okay, you do it basis a document type, like a document pricing procedure. And this is the sales order.
okay,
This is A. A is standard sales order.
okay. How about the what? So what is the customer here doing?
The custom,
The customer, you see, customer.
yeah, this is
Yeah,
the customer. So it is, see, I told you yesterday also, and you also confirm that the customer can be blank or it can have 1 2 like that way.
yeah. But you mentioned yesterday that the customer, the price procedure in the system is going to take up from the customer master data. Then if it's
Yeah,
blank,
yeah.
it's
So
going to
if
go
it is,
proceed to the
see,
document.
if the customer master is also blank and here it
Okay.
is blank, then it will be checking the customer master. In the customer, it checks in the customer master, it is blank. So it comes over
Mm.
here, it finds this entry with blank. So it picks up this pricing procedure. If it
Based
finds
on
one
the
in customer pricing procedure, it is this, like that way.
okay, based on the it's going to take it based on the sales order document in this case. If
No, the
it's the
sales order is
customer's
same. The sales order is same. The sales order type is the same. It is just differing based on the customer type now, customer pricing procedure. Okay,
sorry,
but
this
this is determined at the order level. In invoicing, it is not determined. Since in the
is it
invoice the prices is copied from sales order, it is not required for determination because it is
so the
already
price?
getting from somewhere.
Say that again.
Since in invoice the pricing is coming from sales order, this definition, this assignment is not required.
Okay, got it.
Okay, because it is getting
Okay.
copied from order.
Okay, so meaning that we don't need to assign price procedure in the invoice document or the billing document. There is no need because it's copied. At
Yes,
this
it is
one, at
copied.
this point, I
You see,
understand.
here is na assigned document pricing procedure billing documents. It is not done. Why is it not done? Because it is getting copied from the sales order. The F2 is the invoice and it is blank. We have not assigned anything over here.
But you can assign it, right?
We can assign, but it's not
Okay,
required.
it's not required.
If you
But in
assign it,
some,
no, hold on. If you assign it, what will be the repercussions of it is that maybe the order has got different pricing and billing invoice may have got different pricing.
okay,
Okay, the
can you tell
order
me
right
once?
now, the order is created, say at an earlier stage when the price
Okay.
was $10.
Mm.
Later on, during the course, you increase the price now to $15. But in the
Okay.
invoice, if you do this, if you assign the pricing procedure to invoice, then the invoice will be 15 rather 10. But customer will say, hey, I ordered at 10, now you are billing me for 15. It is not right. He
Yes.
will only pay you 10, right?
Yes. Right.
So why do you want to determine that billing? You will always get copied from sales order only, na?
Yeah. So why you say we put this procedure here, this process
This
here?
is required for certain other document types. This is
Can you give
required
me
where
one scenario of how is that gonna play a role in another another
so
scenarios?
this is one scenario which I can give you. Self-billing. What is there basically in automobile industry or what is there like your food manufacturing where the wastage is there, okay, or the finished good is like the processed good changes its weight. Say for example you have what do I say. Hmm. Petroleum. Okay, now
Okay.
it can get differ. It may not be the same at every time, every temperature. Okay, it's a
Okay.
oil. Say oil is there. It may not be same at same temperature. If the temperature changes, it gets more liquid or gets more solid if it is cold. Okay,
Okay.
so your weight changes. In that scenario, at the invoice level, whatever so at the invoice time, they will do a recalculation. They will do a recalculation of the pricing based on say weight of the oil.
Hmm.
Then the
Hmm.
price may differ.
Okay.
Okay.
And okay. So the system basically doesn't not understand if it's freezing or if it's in hot is gonna extend and have a more weight in it. It's
Yes.
just
Yes.
you're gonna customize a document particular for this order or sales
Yeah.
order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This is how the scenario
So
gonna play.
basically, it's a business scenario where you need to increase that billing level. Okay.
Okay.
There is a scenario of your maybe company where they increase the prices at billing level. Okay, just because of say
Okay.
maybe dollar rate changes. Okay, then the invoice may get changed. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that
Whatever
ways
this. Yeah. What?
also the pricing procedure needs to be determined at the billing level.
Yeah. So it's like a second case scenario or second plan for the organization to use this invoice billing that have assigned different price procedure. If there is anything has been changing in the price between the sales order and delivery, so in the invoice they can invoice the customer on this price procedure.
Yes.
It depends on the case of the scenario. Maybe there is inflation, or there is maybe a war or political, political
Yeah,
things.
whatever.
So
Maybe dollar pricing
yeah,
changing.
yeah.
Okay, you converted it to dollar change, and then for that also you can charge the customer extra.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one question in billing. Like, you see this all of the scenario. You see, like, in the regular invoice where you invoice the customer, and if there is a return, or if there is cancellation of for example, there is a return or there is a cancellation of the invoice. So there is another document procedure. There is another document type, billing type, need to be created for this scenario, right?
Returns is different. Leave returns right now. Cancellation, I can tell you. Okay, returns is totally different. Where it will
Okay.
start from the okay, order delivery invoice will be there, but then the returns is created again, and then it's got its own cycle. Okay.
Okay.
So for
Okay.
cancellation, before that cancellation, let me tell you some more things about billing. So this is the condition and is getting copied from the sales order itself. Okay.
Mm.
I showed you yesterday the output also of the invoice, right?
Yes, you should.
So this is the output. Oh, it will just come. So use. I, technical. Yes. So you define it while creating the invoice. You make an
Okay.
entry that you want an output type billing document. Okay, there are different output types that are there. Okay, where you assign over here.
Okay.
That is done in the configuration basically.
Okay.
So and then you have a receiver who will receive it. That is the payer. Okay, RE is in German, and the corresponding to it's in English is pair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mm.
Then channel is nothing but the medium. It is going to be printed out because it's a PDF. The country
Okay.
US, the language English, and this is like form template is the basically the layout which is designed by the technical team. So you need to put up that. It will automatically come up over here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that is all about the invoice. Now, if you want to cancel it, cancellation
Mm.
means something has gone wrong inside this invoice and you want to recreate it. Okay.
So
Before that, before before
cancellation.
before cancellation, I'll show you the accounting also.
Oh yeah.
Accounting has not been generated. So if you go in accounting, the first so you see over here the posting is the invoice value is 17.55 USD.
Yeah, yes.
So I told you there for yesterday also so there is one debit entry and then one credit
Mm.
entry. Debit to the
Yes.
revenue and credit to
Mm.
the work in progress reference revenue.
Yes.
Okay, this is the accounting document. Okay, now to cancel it, if you say, for example, you have done something wrong inside it, you can go to billing document and then cancel is here.
Yeah, VF11.
Yeah, VF11 also, or you can go straight away from display of account invoice to cancel. So this will cancel the invoice altogether. And
Yeah,
then
now
another
go.
document will get created. Okay.
Okay.
Should I try canceling it? Whether it will be allowing or not. So if I press enter, it will show you the invoice and then invoice cancellation. Okay. And the same amount, for the same amount, it will get cancelled out. And when you click save, the document got cancelled. So it's showing you a document saved. Now if you want to view
Okay.
it, this will be a different document type, S1. The creation is F2, cancellation is S1.
This is gonna show also in the document flow.
Yes. You see the order, delivery, invoice, and an invoice cancellation.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So the cancellation should be done only for the purpose of uh, corrections and creative of a new document, right?
Yes. So
Like most of the business.
minute you cancel the invoice, your delivery will become status will become in process
Mm.
again. So that it means now you can again invoice the delivery and get another invoice over here.
Yeah. In business scenario, like an institution, they usually do the cancellation only, not just to cancel the whole process. It's only doing for correction and the purpose of creating another
Yes.
invoice of the
Yes.
same order. Yeah.
Yes.
If they wanna, for example, just to how can I say it? Just to cancel all of the process, the sales order, they have to do a return, right? This is the standard
See,
SAP process.
returns ideally is a return.
Yeah.
Okay, there is some defect in this material, or customer
Mm.
doesn't like it, then he returns it out.
Okay.
Okay, because the
Okay.
customer has given you has released you the payment also. He wants his payment back, or
Yes.
like his account is debited.
Yeah.
Okay, but that if he does a return, then that nullifying entry has to be passed out. Okay,
Say that again.
so the
Enter.
account is debited. The customer account is debited with the
Mm.
value say 17.55. Now, if
Okay.
he returns the same value, returns the same material back again to the customer, to the supplier,
Okay.
he will
Okay.
get a credit of this amount again, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So that accounts in the accounting book, the GL has to be
Yes.
then matched with a credit entry. So
Yes.
cancellation of the whole transaction from sales order to delivery and invoice is
Yeah.
that is not a return basically. Okay, it doesn't mean that you are canceling the transaction. No, return is
Mm.
different, and canceling of the all the documents that was created earlier, like sales order and delivery and invoice, is different.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
now
Let's
the
let's
difference,
take it
the
in.
primary difference between that is basically that, say for example, you entered a wrong order.
Yes.
Okay, this thing you
Mm.
realize later on once the invoice is created. At the invoicing, you realize that the order itself is wrong.
Yes.
So what you do is that then you cancel the invoice.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can cancel it. Yes. And
then
create a new one with the correct,
no,
entities.
no, no, no.
Entities.
Cancel the invoice. The
Mm.
delivery will then get in process.
Yes.
Do the reverse of picking. Okay, you need to reverse the picking
Okay.
process. That is now
Okay.
put back the goods in warehouse. Okay.
It depends on the cancellation purposes. Like for example, he want to cancel it because of the pricing. The pricing for example, the tax is not coming correct, so he want to cancel it. You know, why you do the reversing of the delivery then?
No. So no, yeah. So then in that case, you need to edit the sales order only.
Yes, then go proceed with the invoice.
Hmm.
Um, but if there is any if our good issue is not delivered in good condition, we can reverse that in the delivery, right?
Yes.
In that case, we can do the reversing. But let's say, for example, we have an issue with the customer and he just want to return he want to return the product, and we want to just do the return, give him his money back, and that's it. But still, we already done the delivery, we already done the invoicing. So our goods in his location, how are we gonna do the process in SAP? Basically, there is different document type for each stage, right? Or from the billing to the delivery and sales order, right? Or just in billing and delivery stage. Do we have also to create another document type for return in sales order?
Yes, that will be a different document type.
Yeah, and both the three stages, right? And billing and delivery and sales order.
So now I created the invoice back again. Now the customer wants
Mm.
to do a return. He doesn't
Okay,
like the goods or there's some problem with the goods. He wants to do a return.
okay, okay.
So then it has to be with reference to the order, with reference to the invoice.
Mm.
Okay. So the document type here is RE, and then I click with reference. So
Okay,
then because I am doing with the reference to a billing document, I need to create a traceability. Okay.
traceability. Okay. So
That because
right now,
against which billing document is this return
mm,
coming up?
okay. So right
Okay.
now we're doing the return from the billing document.
Yes. So we click
Okay,
over here, create with reference, then billing document, and I enter the billing document number, and then I click
okay,
copy.
okay.
अरे यार,
So the define sales order.
it's not defined.
You can find it from position.
That is not taking. Okay, here it is. Okay, so against this one, we can create an invoice, return document. Go to VA01. RE, then we go to reference, new document, paste the invoice number, and then click copy. It didn't get copied. Oof, just not- So it will ask for an order reason, that why do you want to create a return? Okay.
So you create the return as in the sales order level, right?
What?
You create a return in the sales order level or invoicing. Are you
No, the
doing
order
return of invoicing?
first we need to create an order. First we need to create an order, then only we can create a returns of it.
Okay.
So the returns has to be edited using VA01 only because it's a sales document. Okay. Oh, yeah. What is this happening?
There is is particularly sales order document.
Come again.
Document HOND.
Document.
This is the document you went to SA16N and you put document HOND, right? This document.
No.
Sales
Sales
order.
of. Sales of.
Okay. Okay. So you're looking for already created invoices here.
Yeah. It is getting not copied. That is the problem.
So to do the return, you have to create it from the VA01 from the sales order level.
Yes. Look, this is the problem over here. It is not getting copied. So the returns is basic. I'll tell you theoretically only because the system is not configured right. So returns is always created with reference to a billing document. Because it why is it created using billing? Because it copies everything from the billing document, the pricing, the customer master, the material,
Okay.
quantity, everything
Okay.
it's got copies from there
Okay. To the sales order,
to the returns order.
to the returns order. Okay. This is the first process, right?
Yes. This one is standard return order. It is not related to any document. Okay, we may refer to this one then. So this was not created using any invoice for reference. It is just created straight away. Okay, but the reason when it is the problem, it will be creating problem is that you when you go to document flow, it will not show you the above orders or invoice or delivery whatever that how this returns came into picture. Okay.
Okay. So it's only going to show you the returns of the sales order in the picture. Okay. Can
Yes,
you go
it
to?
should be. It should be there like that way. Otherwise, it will be problem facing the audit. Okay. So whenever you create a returns, first of all, there will be a default billing block will be there. Okay,
Mhm.
it will be with the billing block because it will be
Mhm.
requiring a approval because you need to give credit to the customer. Okay, you need to check your goods. That is the good really is the material really defective or is it some problem? Okay, was it a manufacturing defect or it got broken or it's not working when it is received by the customer or something customer has done something wrong in it and then it has stopped working. In that condition, you won't be liable to pay back. Okay.
And that he's not going to be able to pay back. You said give
Yes.
back to
If
the
if
customer.
the if the goods is like broken by the customer and not by the manufacturing defect or during the hospital transit it is not
Mm.
broken, then company is not liable to pay it back, pay you back
Yeah.
if you have broken it,
Yeah.
right?
So then this is yes. So in the system, there is going to be a billing block
Yes,
as
there
soon as
will
it
be a
as
billing block. Okay, till the time you
Mm.
don't remove the billing block, the credit will not be issued to the customer.
Mm.
Okay,
Why there is a billing block? So basically, in
because you
real
see there's
scenario.
a mechanism. You're giving some your money back to the customer. Okay,
Yeah.
which you have received. So before that, needs to get some approvals. It's not that easy that you can just give it back again.
Yeah. Usually approval coming from which quality insurance department, or there is some entities
Yes.
in the community who's give approval to
So
issue
there will
this.
be a check credit memo or check debit memo, whatever.
Say that
Okay.
again.
Since the return, he is going to get
Yeah.
credit against it. So the block will be check credit memo.
Okay.
Okay. The once the order is created, the returns order is created, then a return delivery is created with reference to it, same as the sales order. Now this material is there. We are doing post goods issue when we are delivering to customer. When we are taking
Yes.
it back, it will be post good receipt. Okay, we have
Okay.
received the goods, so we are posting the
Okay.
goods post good receipt.
Okay. So how are we gonna do this delivery? Like, how are we gonna do the process? Go to VA01 and copy from there.
VL01.
Okay, but for the return, how are we gonna do it?
So when we create an order, returns order is VA01 and order type is RE. Okay,
Okay.
then returns delivery.
So we have to start from the order if we wanted to do returns.
Yes,
Then proceed to the invoice.
yes. Then we go to the invoice.
Yeah. I my previous knowledge is the totally the reverse, the opposite way. Like we're gonna do the return from the invoice, then delivery, then the sales order. But actually in SAP process, you have to do it from sales order to the invoice.
Yes. Ultimately, returns has to go again with the same process again, which was of the sales cycle.
Okay. So in real world, if real in the real world, real scenario is gonna be if I do the if I'm gonna do the returns of order, this is just within the internal the company. If I'm gonna do the returns of delivery receipt, if I click in post receipt, the customer should deliver our goods to our warehouse. Then we check it, right? How is that gonna happen?
Come again. What do you say?
So in real scenario,
Hmm.
how's the company? How is this process gonna happen in real world? If I'm if I'm doing return order in the system, there is anything real scenario is gonna happen is the customer is gonna move his goods to our warehouse, or that's coming to the stage of delivery when I do post and receipt. The customer should we receive our goods. Then if I go to the invoice stage and issue a credit memo to this customer, if we receive the money in our account, then I can issue this debit memo. Or where is the sequence here of, or how is that happening?
So, say customer returns it, you gets in your warehouse, then you give him the credit memo. Okay, this is again the same thing like what we saw in the sales order. It is with reference to the billing. Billing with reference to the billing, you create return sales order, and then return sales order for you create a delivery.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
returns
should
delivery, taking back the goods in your warehouse, and then you
okay.
create a credit memo for the customer to be given to his as a credit.
So yeah, in the real scenario, the person who is responsible to receive the goods, he should not click on post good receipt until he received this good in the warehouse, right? After they check it, everything, the quality insurers go over
Yes,
the
yes,
product, he
yes,
click on
yes,
that, right?
yes,
Then
yes,
has been transferred. There is a communication between the department. They send, for example, an email to the finance department, and they say
yes,
like, "Hey, good, we received this in good condition. You can process it with the with the credit memo." Then the
yes.
person who is responsible in accounting, whatever, he go to VA. I don't know where he go. He go to VA, or
VL,
he
VF,
process
VF, VF.
VF01. He
To
process
create
the return from there.
no
So he
returns.
go to yeah.
No returns is already received. No delivery is already done. Then
Yeah.
now he has to go create memo.
So where he's gonna go if he want to create a credit memo?
He has to go to VF01. VF01,
The,
enter the delivery number and then create credit memo. So this credit for returns. Credit for returns will be given to him. It is called a credit memo. Okay. Where now this material, this price, the value will be received the payer. So if you see the
okay.
accounting of it, it will be reverse.
Okay.
Okay. Your
Okay.
domestic receivables will be now be debited
Okay.
because the money is not going from you. So it will be debited.
It's gonna debit it from our
Invoice
account.
when it was an invoice, this was credit and the customer was debit. But now this is returns. The domestic receivables will be debit, and
Yeah,
customer
from
will
our
be,
accounts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Customer will have 11. What is 11? Correct memo.
Okay. So okay. So I don't know how to do this in return and the SIB for delivery. Should we go to VL01 and do the returns from there?
Yes.
From the
Yeah.
V
Returns delivery is done using VL01N and document type is LR.
There is no document tab in the screen of VL01. Can you go to VL01? It's
This
possible.
is VL03N and displaying your delivery. The document type is LR, returns delivery.
Yeah, yeah, but if you go to VL01, there is no column for
No, yeah,
uh
it is not there. It is determined automatically. This is determined automatically. You need not enter the return document type. Since it is this return delivery is created with reference to a return order. Okay, returns order is there. You're getting delivery with reference to return order. It does always take LR only. This is the configuration.
okay, so if you done it from VA01, it's gonna do all of the reverse for the delivery also automatically.
No, no, no. You need to create it. You need to create a
So
delivery.
okay, can you do the return for delivery? Because I'm a
See,
little
the
bit
system is not configured that way. Okay.
so. For example, if we wanna, if I, as you said, we have, if we in a SAP process, we have a sales order, we have an order that has been returned. That's delivery invoice and sales order already has been created. For delivery, I have to click VA01 and go to billing tab and put the references of the billing document, right?
Yeah.
And this is gonna do the back job of all of the returns of delivery also. But when you want to go
So
to
you
do
see,
the
I'm
credit,
trying to create it. You see over here, the billing block is already there. As soon as I create, it is still not saved, but the billing block remains there. Okay. Now I click save. Okay, this is now created. Okay. I want to now do the delivery. I want to now receive the goods, this good in my warehouse now. Okay. So this order is created, returns order. I now go to VL01N, create delivery, and I enter the order type over here. And the
Mhm.
shipping point is W299.
This is the plan, right?
Yeah. So it will automatically take it as a return delivery type ZLR. You
Okay.
don't maintain anywhere else. Okay.
Okay.
Now, once you have received the goods and everything, quality check has been done, then
Mm.
save. then you can go and do the post good receipt. The goods has been received at our warehouse.
Okay, so you click on save first before you did the good of issue receipt, right?
Yes.
Okay. Storage location is not defined by the. It's basically a storage location is not defined in the sales order, maybe. Option.
So then I've done the post goods receipt also. So returns has been done now. Now you see this. Now the delivery is completed.
Yeah, I
Okay, the
see.
credit memo now for doing the credit memo, the delivery is not required. It is created with reference to the returns order.
Reference to the returns order. Yeah, I see this document flow even does not reference, the original order,
Yeah, it is
right?
not because the setup is not done that way. Okay,
But
I've
you
created
in
a
the,
different
usually in real world scenarios, there is gonna be linked, right?
yes. So before you do any, so before you create a credit memo, if you try to create a credit memo, it will give you an error.
Why?
Okay, it will give you the document is blocked for billing.
Yeah,
Okay,
we have to remove that from the sales order.
yes. Now you need to go in the sales order and approve that now. Okay, fine, everything is checked and everything is done. I can release the credit memo to the customer.
Yeah, from your knowledge, usually the approval is coming from where in institution.
So it is
Usually,
it is like higher management. Okay, it
okay,
decides later on that the credit can be given to the customer. Okay, somebody
okay,
who has the authority to release or sign the credit memo,
okay.
he generally approves it.
Yeah.
Finance head or
Usually,
sales head,
usually,
something like that.
yeah, usually from the manufacturer
No,
or
no,
something.
not a manufacturer, a company. It is like finance head or sales head.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now you see this is the difference that you in returns order, returns invoice, you need to
Hmm.
enter the return order number and not a delivery number.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Mm.
Now we click save. It is the credit number now is generated.
So this is a standard SAB process of returns. Nobody can
Yes.
customize this.
This is standard. Yeah, not nothing more than customizing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you go to the document flow here? Okay.
So this is order. This is a delivery. This is credit memo.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Completed block. What do you mean by status block here?
Oh, the accounting is not generated. That is the thing.
Otherwise, it's gonna be completed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Posting period is not open.
Yeah.
That is
So this is. I
that.
think you can do it from VKM or something.
Yeah.
uh, yes. This is the invoice is not getting generated from this is return invoice not getting generated because maybe there is in the customer master in the material master data there is no accounting has been assigned to the. I'm just doing scenario in my head for the solution.
What?
You see, I'm just predict scenarios in my head about why the invoice got blocked, right? Because there is
No,
no
invoice got
assignment.
blocked. The posting period is not open. That is different. The
Okay,
posting period in which the GL auto is posted, it is closed. I can open it, try
okay,
opening it, but it will give you a lot of errors and then leave it. Right now, leave it.
okay, okay.
Okay, so it's different.
This is
So you are,
accounting.
this is the process.
Yeah, yes. I have a question like in invoicing, how the system knows which account he posting on and which account he give the returns on. I know he gave the returns on for the customer. He can find the account of the customer in the customer master data, but for our receivable accounts, how he determine which accounts? Usually, the company assign accounts based on the material master data or either the material master data or the customer, right? For the accounting receivable. Do you have any knowledge about this?
So your accounting is basically done by the account determination or the account creation in SAP is done by finance consultants. Okay,
Yes, I know. Yeah,
so that is totally different.
yeah.
Okay,
Yes, I know. But do you, like I'm just asking you from your knowledge,
because
how
nobody will
this
ask you. Nobody will ask you about this thing because you are
okay,
doing for a order SD module. It is expected from FI consultants, not from sales consultant.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
we are now going to cover up how to create functional test strategy. Okay, so
Mm,
basically, right, once we do the deployment, the development or the build phase gets completed, then we enter a testing phase. Okay, now testing
yes.
phase basically requires we need to first prepare a strategy. How do we test our how robust is our system, or how good have we made, how good have we made it? Are there some defects in it? Okay, does it
Okay.
fulfill the business processes? That way, we need to prepare certain strategies. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
so we need to first understand the system requirement. As what was the system? Why the system was developed? Why? What was the requirement? The business requirement behind it. Okay, so this is so the first step in creating the functional test strategy is to understand the system requirement. This includes understanding the business processes that the
Mm,
system will support. Okay, so we need to understand all the business process that this system will support or will be used. This system will be used to fulfill the business process. Okay, this is
okay.
that only we can try and make scenarios and uh, try to do testing for those business processes and then see whether those are really working in the system or
You mean you mean and by development you mean the configuration has been done, for
yes,
example, in
yes,
the
yes,
golden client. Right now we need to do this testing based on the business requirement as well as how it's matching with the business processes and SAP process and sorry, business,
business
how
process.
we
See,
call it, system
Will
process.
be, SAP process can be modified basis the business process.
Yes.
Okay. Say for example,
Mm, yeah.
your business process says you need a transfer order. Okay, then you need to do warehouse configuration in it in the system. If your business
Yes.
process doesn't require transfer order, then warehouse is not required. Straight away, it will be delivery to billing. So that is
Yes.
tuning the SAP system basis the business process. So you need to
Yes.
understand the business process and then you design the test scenario as per it. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So is there is a different terminology for different testing? before the deployment for the this is called it testing before deployment to the production, right?
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
I will
So
come.
there is
These are terminologies: regression testing and user acceptance test. This is later on. Okay.
okay.
So then, once you understand the system requirement, then you create the test scenarios. Test
Mm,
scenarios are like, say, for example, you have a business process
mm,
of sales to invoice standard.
mm,
So you create a
mm,
scenario for this standard sales. Second
mm,
is then you have a business process of returns. So you create a scenario for returns.
mm,
Third is like you have a discount sales. So you
mm,
create a scenario for discount sales. So basically, whatever business processes that you have in in your company, basis that you
mm,
make a scenario that we are
mm,
going to test these scenarios for this
mm.
business processes. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
So once the system requirement is understood, the next process is to identify the test scenarios. A test scenario is a description of the specific business process that will be tested. Okay.
Mm, okay.
Now the third step is defining test objectives. So I'm on point number 3, defining test
Okay.
objectives.
Yes.
So test objective defines the specific goals of testing. For example, the test objective may be to ensure the system can process orders correctly, that the data is accurate, and the system is secure.
Mm,
So objective is like ultimately your business process should work. The business process
mm,
of sales or the order delivery, the standard sales, the sales order should get created, the delivery should get created, and the invoice should get created. So that is the objective. Okay.
mm,
So you define the objectives of it. Then you design test cases. So test cases, you define a test scenario, then you design test case inside it. So test
mm,
cases create sales order. Okay. Your scenario
mm.
was test the entire business standard sales process. Okay.
Yes.
Test case inside it is first you will create a sales order.
Mm,
Okay. And then the second test case will be create delivery. And then third will be like create invoice. Okay. So the test cases are detailed instructions for how to test each test scenario. So for example, for creating sales order, you write test steps. Okay, inside test case, you write test steps. Go to T code VA01, enter order type OR, enter sold to party, enter material. Like that way,
mm. You,
you mention
you mean
all the steps.
documented? You mean documented
Yes,
in this
documented.
way?
Yeah.
So what is the difference between define test objects and test case?
Objective is the ultimate, the last, say, the result. What will be the result of this testing?
Yeah.
Okay, the testing result will be that your documents get created successfully.
Okay.
Okay, that is the objective. Test case is how will you go, what steps will you take to achieve that objective.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Basically, the second one is they just documented. You just documented more what you're gonna do in the test. That's like my understanding.
Yes, you're going to document what you are going to do in test case in the test. That is called test case, design test cases. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, maybe they are both in the same testing process, but the first one you're gonna document step by step, and the first one is gonna, as you said, receive the ultimate goal by something by achieving the goal. For example, document creation and so forth.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
Then the fifth step is test data preparation. So to test these scenario or test cases, you need to create data. Like the customer should
Mm.
be created, the material should be there in the system, the pricing should be set up.
Yes.
Okay, the configurations needs to be done. So that
Yes.
test data needs to be maintained in the system. So the test data
Yes.
is the data which will be used in the test system. The test data should be representative of data that will be used in the production environment. So in the
Mm.
production, in the live scenario, whatever the customer say, for example, you're going to use, you can get a dummy copy of that in the test environment, so that
Yeah.
actually you can see and have a look and feel of how it's going to work in production.
Mm.
Okay.
Testing data, you mean
Yes.
sales
Testing data.
document, sales document, materials, pricing,
Yes. 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 Yes.
Incoterm, and okay.
Okay. Then test execution and defect reporting. Now, once everything is defined, that the data has been prepared, the test cases have been designed. Now the time to
Yeah.
execute it. Okay, so the test
Mm.
cases are executed and the defects are reported. Defects are
Mm.
like issues. When you follow step by step, at certain step you encounter an error.
Okay.
Okay, it may be a data error, it can be a technical error, like something error, a system error. System error is coming up that you cannot create delivery because of so and so such error.
Yeah,
Okay.
like for example, you encountered previously when you tried to create
Yes. So I
a
was trying
list
so
of,
many things, it was giving me error,
yeah,
right? Location,
yes.
storage location not defined or like that way. So
Mm.
that is called defects.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to report the defects so that the user can go back in build phase, solve that defects or fix the defects, fix those issues in the configuration, and then the testing can go again ahead, and then the objective can be achieved. Okay.
Yeah. Mm. Okay.
The defects are then tracked and fixed. Okay.
Correct. Okay.
Now, the different testings, the different type of testing are there. First is a normal testing, that is first course, that is you're doing first time testing. So you completed testing with all these steps. Second time testing is a regression testing. So you have done testing for one particular module, then second module, and third module separately,
Mm.
not
Okay.
together. Okay, so,
Okay.
so example, you have created the first scenario of standard sales, tested it, fine. Second scenario is returns. You tested it standard return. You just created the returns without referencing this invoice. You created a standalone returns. Right now what we created. So that is also tested and then done. But then you need to test it combined. So you do a regression testing. Okay, so
So
regression testing.
just to clarify, you mean for the first, second, and the fourth testing that we going through is just unit testing.
Yeah, that is unit testing.
Is unit testing. So the fifth one is just this one regression is testing the progress of all business processes in one module together.
Yeah, so first is unit testing, then system integration testing.
Yeah, system integration testing. You mean the system within the same module and or different modules?
Different modules
So you're gonna
integrate
test
together. Unit testing is standalone testing. You're testing everything separately.
separate
Okay.
module.
Yeah, all the modules separately.
Okay.
Okay. System integration testing is when everything is combined together, then you're testing it out.
This is usually done by few like several consultant together. Consultant.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, understood.
Now there is one thing also called as regression testing. So once you fix the defects have been fixed up, you need to retest it out. You need to retest from the starting again. Okay,
Okay.
just to see that the earlier steps are still working or not. So that is called regression
Okay.
testing. So regression testing is
Okay.
the process of retesting the system after changes have been made. This is to
Okay.
ensure that the changes have not introduced any new defects.
Yes.
So new defects are like earlier something was working, now that has got also broken because of the fix that you have done. So that is why regression testing is required. You start
Okay.
checking from the starting again. Okay.
You're gonna start again if there is any defect. You gotta start from identifying test scenario from the beginning of the
Yes,
test
yes,
strategy.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
No, not the test scenario, but rather the test execution. The test execution phase will start again.
Okay.
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 The last step in testing is UAT or user acceptance testing. So till here, the testing was done by consultants. Okay, customer is
Okay.
not testing it. You are testing it after getting understanding the business processes and everything, but the end customer, still needs to test it on his own.
Yes.
Okay, that is called UAT. Okay, so the UAT is the process of testing the system with the end users. The end users who
Mm.
is going to ultimately use it, they may have less knowledge of SAP, and they don't know much about SAP. So the way they are going to test it out is totally different. Okay,
Okay.
or the way they are going to use it will be different. So they need to test it according to that their understanding also.
Okay. For example, you said until now, all of the above testing is done by consultants.
Yes,
Only user acceptance test is done with the end user. End user
yes,
mean maybe external sales engineer, internal sales engineer. This is for inquiry and opportunity. Sales engineer creating of, for example, a sales order. This is maybe the user is gonna be sales coordinator.
yes.
Delivery is done by
Plant,
someone
plant.
from the manufacturer. Invoice,
Yes,
someone done it from the invoice. So this is the user, our user. So we need to do
yes,
this testing with those users,
yes,
and that's called UAT.
yes. Correct.
Okay, and this is the final testing before the deployment to the
Yes,
production.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the basically the test strategy.
Mm.
Okay, so test strategy is created. So you have automation, test schedule, and resource planning. Then
Mm.
test development. You see have the test plans, scripts, and data. Then execution will have the defects, reports, and metrics. Then defect management will be fixing those defects. And then the delivery. So delivery is UAT, installation, and requirement verification. That is the requirement that has been fulfilled or not. Okay.
Mm.
Now, what are the different things to be kept in mind for the production deployment? So before we go live or we deploy to the production, certain things are need to be kept in mind. So there is one. The first thing is release management. So release management is a process of managing the releases of new
Yeah.
software to production.
How is this applicable only for what do you call it? PRs or just for a new implementation?
What?
There is. I'm just asking you. This is applicable. This is preparation for production deployment. This is applicable for TRs and new implementation
Yeah, both,
also.
both, both.
Can be can be
For
both
new implementation also, or for regular fixes also.
yeah, because there is some fixes, there is some changes, and we do some TR after we configure it in the
Yes, yes. So
we do
any
TR.
regular updates or regular changes that you're doing in system, this will be followed this for that also, and for the new deployment as well also.
Okay.
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 So the release management includes testing the software that we have done earlier, creating a
Mm.
deployment plan. Deployment plan is
Yeah.
at what time or on what date are we going to go live, or are we going to move the things to the production. Okay, that
Mm.
is called a deployment plan. Okay, and the
Mm.
communication to the user. So now the end user, we need to communicate to them that we are moving to production or we are going live with this thing, and you can start using it from such and such date. So this
Yeah.
communication is also in the release management only.
And this is one guy who decides on the testing strategy and the release into and when we get a deployment. He basically give the approvals to
Yes.
deploy this TR and what time should we deploy it. Considering all of the factors. Okay.
Yeah. Then there is a data migration strategy. So
Mm.
before going live, you may have some legacy systems with you. Say, for
Yeah.
example, Excel sheets or some older systems where you have kept your own customer master data and material master data or like that. But
Yeah.
that needs to be imported to the SAP or
Okay.
to whatever your product, your new software that you have created. So that is
Mm.
called data migration. You're migrating the data from one source to the another source,
Yeah. This is can be
to
Excel,
another
PDF.
system destination. So this is data migration.
Okay. Okay.
The data migration strategy defines how the data will be migrated from old system to the new system. This is critical step as any errors in the data migration can cause from the production system. So you need to have some your old data also in SAP. Okay, like there are some
Okay.
old orders. Okay, which are still open. So those need to be migrated to SAP because now you're switching to SAP. Earlier you have say Oracle or uh, CRM, civil CRM. So you're migrating the data from there to there.
This is
Okay.
applicable only for migration of new
Yeah,
moving
this
to
is
new
only
system.
applicable for new data, new system setup, new
Yeah, but
solution.
I don't think as a SD consultant should be wary about this. This is done by some guy in the data. I don't know what they call them, data master migration or
Data
migration. Yeah,
migration team. Yeah,
team.
see,
Yeah,
so there are two things. Sometimes the company has got a migration team, okay, that they take care of it, or sometimes the consultants are also involved in migration. Okay,
yeah.
uh, because the data is huge, the migration team may be small, and they're taking too much time. So they ask help from the consultants also that they can create a
Yeah,
data in system, or you can
yeah. Can
create
be
you can
okay.
create some programs so that it can be easy to upload say Excel, and automatically the data can be created automatically in the SAP. So like that
Okay,
way, consultants are also involved in sometimes in data migration strategy. Okay.
okay.
Then the end user training is there. So before going live or the user starts using the production system, you need to train them. You need to train them on how to create sales order, delivery, and invoice, so that they
This
can
is
use
only
it
before
freely.
going live. This is
Yes, yes,
only
before going live. Yes.
actually in our company we do it after we go live. I don't know why they did it, but I don't know. Yeah.
After going
So
live is like on the job training. Okay, you are already
okay.
live and now you train them on the job. So that is
Mm.
also fine. But generally, we do it before we go live.
Okay,
Okay,
like in the quality system or something.
not the quality system. Yeah, quality system. You can say that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the contingency planning. Contingency planning is like, what if the the going live or the production deployment fails? Okay, you have moved all the TRs from quality to production, but you start getting error in production. What to do now? Or you're going live now, suddenly the system crashes, or now transaction starts, the transaction doesn't work, but it was working in the quality. The production is not working. So what is the contingency plan that you have now? So you need to
Okay.
prepare a contingency plan also. Okay,
Okay.
the contingency planning is the process of planning for what to do if something goes wrong with production
Mm.
deployment. This includes having
This
a
is
backup plan in place and communicating with the users. Okay.
this is during the deployment, right? Or after
Yeah,
the deployment?
doing the deployment after the deployment. After a
After the
deployment
deployment.
has been done, then if something goes wrong, what is the backup
Mm.
for it?
Should be developed by the who who's the person who gonna do this? SAP project management.
Yeah, project manager basically.
Yeah.
Okay, but see, this is the, immediately. Contingency
Mm.
planning is done for the immediate issues, not the issues. Say, for example, after 2 days, coming after 2 days, or 3 days, or 4 days.
Okay,
Okay,
got what you said.
contingency planning is done only is done for the immediate issues. Like just now you have moved it, and the first thing you get an error
Oh,
within the
okay.
next second. Okay, that is for that you need to do contingency planning. Okay,
Mm.
it is not for the already running systems. Okay,
Okay.
and the last is go live support and monitoring. So go live support is once the go live has been done successfully and everything is working fine now. Now you need to support the process. You need to support the system so that
Okay.
tomorrow if users faces some issue or they get some error, then they can report to you. Okay, so this is called go live support. And monitoring means you monitor the system health, you monitor the system that it is working fine every now and then. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
that is called go live support and monitoring. Oh, this is I've just taken one more topic. Uh, so, what are the different methodologies of software development lifecycle? This is also
Okay.
important. You should basically know about it. So, software development lifecycle, it is a process used in IT industry to design and develop and test software.
Okay.
Okay,
This is applicable for SAP base.
yeah,
Okay.
it ensures that the software is developed in a cost-effective way within planned schedule and the highest quality. Okay.
Okay.
Then the various steps in software development lifecycle are identify the system requirement, plan, design, build, test, deploy, and maintain. Okay. So identify the system requirement is basically define the requirements based on the business input. So business is giving you certain requirements, basis that you understand the software requirements also. So how the software is going to work. Then you plan the project, including resources, what all people are do I need. Okay, what are the skill sets that I need, what is the budget that I have, and the schedule is like until for how much time this project will be running.
This
Okay,
is how this is gonna be applicable for me. Doing configuration and quality, for
no no
example.
no 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 so this is like planning before everything starts,
Like
before the
before
build
the
starts.
like before the implementation
Yes, before
of
the
the.
implementation. Yes, before the implementation.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
say
think this
for
is
example, your company decides that I need to implement SAP. Okay,
okay.
so you plan it that okay, I need to have a SD consultant. I need to have one
Yes.
FI consultant. I need to have one technical resource, a BAPR.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that is
This is
resources.
identify. Okay.
Okay, then you budget. Say for example, I got a budget of 30 lakhs.
Okay.
Okay, in this 30 lakhs, I need to give salary also to the consultants. I need to buy SAP also, SAP software from
Yes.
SAP, and
Yes.
I need to put up a server. I need to put a
Yes.
janitor. I need to put all these things. So that is the budget that you have. And
Okay.
schedule is by December I should be live. So that is schedule that
Okay.
you have defined that I will start from today and end this by December. So this is a schedule that we have prepared. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Then you prepare design. So you prepare a design that how a business process is going to work. You design a
Okay.
solution, provide a design document as output. You design a solution. Basically, I first need to create document type. Okay, I need to for sales order to be created. Okay, so this is a design that you are making. You need to say you see a flow chart. Okay, that flow chart you need to now make. You need to make design in design phase. You make flow charts that how the data is
Yeah.
going to flow.
Yeah, like a
Okay,
diagram.
yeah, diagram. Okay, then you move to the build phase. Build is when you start developing the things. You start doing the
Yeah.
configuration inside the system. That is called build phase.
Yes.
Okay, testing is like testing the what you have created in the build phase.
Like
Okay,
we did,
yes,
like we
yeah,
studied in the previous PPT.
yes.
Yeah.
Then we deployed. Then we move to the things to the production. That is called deployment. And then maintain is
Okay.
support. So go live and support. You later on once it's deployed, deployment has been done. Then you maintain it. You put up regular fixes. You upgrade it. That is called maintenance. So that is all
Okay.
maintenance. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now the different methodologies for this thing for
Okay.
software development lifecycle. One is called waterfall. So have you seen
Okay.
a waterfall in various places in mountains? The same way it is also there. So it goes
Yeah.
from step one, two, three. So there are steps. So this it follows stepwise
Yeah.
processes. So
Yeah.
we seen this is nothing but a waterfall model. So this is
Yeah.
step one, this is step
But
two, this is step three,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. So this
But
is what
most of the company right now they don't use waterfall. They use agile. Is the new trend right now.
yes. Even
So there
agile
is
is now
no.
old. Even agile is now old. We have
Okay.
DevOps.
Okay.
Okay, agile was there till some time back. I would say rather till last year, agile was more prominent. Okay, but
Yeah.
now it's all DevOps. Okay,
Okay. Okay. And it's using the same system development life cycle, right? From planning, design, and
yes.
testing. Yeah.
Okay, but say in agile, you carry certain processes together.
Yeah.
Okay,
The same point, but different process.
no, the processes are done together.
If you
Okay,
go
say for
back to the
example,
step.
you here in build, test, and deploy, you're doing complete build together, then testing completely, and then deployment.
Yeah.
In
It's
agile, you are like building small thing, testing that thing, and then putting deploy. Then again, you start build, you test it out, and then deploy. So it's like uh, smaller chunks. You break down the bigger piece into smaller pieces, and then
yeah.
you deploy the smaller pieces so that it becomes quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
But
is called agile.
it's follow the same sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So waterfall is the oldest and the most straightforward SDLC methodology. A phase
Yeah.
starts only after the previous phase is finished. Each stage relies on the information from the previous stage, and each stage
Yeah.
has got its own mini plan. Advantages
Yeah.
of waterfall is this methodology is very simple to plan and manage.
Yeah.
Disadvantage is not suited to accommodate unplanned events or changes. Okay, if
Yeah.
some in between the business requirement gets changes, okay, or you have forgot one business requirement,
Yeah.
then you need to go back again to build phase and then do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it is difficult to accommodate it.
Yes.
So now the new one was agile. The agile is the most popular software development lifecycle methodology, specifically for complex project.
Mm.
While the agile methodology software is developed in incremental. Okay, you develop
Incremental.
certain
Yes.
thing, you release it out. You develop
Yeah.
maintenance something, then release it out. So it's an incremental, rapid
Mm.
cycles.
Yeah.
Okay, this requires intensive interactions between all project stakeholders and requires business feedback through the development processes.
Yes. Can we jump to the DevOps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the DevOps is basically a new functional, new thing of Agile. Okay.
Yeah.
Agile was again only development team was working on to it. Okay. The
Yeah.
business is different, and the consultants are different. But now both when sit together and work together, that
Okay.
is
There
called
is
DevOps.
more. There is more communication. This
Yes.
is what is different because I know waterfall is not agile, is not flexible. Agile it means flexible. DevOps like combine the flexibility with the communication.
Yes.
Okay.
Though this relatively new methodology emerged from the application of agile and lean methodologies to operate
Yeah.
work and necessity of the collaboration
Okay.
between development and the operation teams at all stages of
Okay.
SDLC processes. So
Okay.
to engage the collaboration between development and the operations team at all the processes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is why the DevOps is a new terminology, new process that is used
Okay.
basically.
Okay. In SAB right now.
Yeah, yeah.
In SAB, how is what is the who's the DevOps? Who is the operations team here in SAB case?
So development team is like the consultant team, okay,
Yeah.
and the operations team is the end user,
Okay.
okay. So right now
Okay.
so you see more on-sites going on where consultants are going on-site, sitting together with the business, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
understanding
Yes.
it and everything, and doing the
Yeah.
implementation at their site only, meeting
Yes.
them regularly, updating them
Yes.
regularly, so that is called DevOps,
Okay.
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 Earlier what used to happen is basically the client used to forget, okay, I've given the contract to the you, I will only check you once it is everything is ready for deployment,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
We will only communicate at that time only at the deployment phase only. He
Yeah.
is not considered at the build phase or at the testing phase that what time is it taking, why is it taking so long. He will not
Mm.
ask you. He's only considered
Yes.
at the deployment phase. But when in
Yeah.
DevOps, he will be giving you inputs between build also if you need some inputs
Yeah.
or in testing. Okay, so that the things get quickly.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is the advantage. Acceleration of innovation and development of higher quality and more reliable software.
Yeah. Quality.
So the
Yes.
development is of higher quality because you're getting every now and then you're getting inputs from the end user. So the quality of the software
Okay.
increases. Okay, the bugs are
Yes.
less, the defects are less.
Yes.
Okay, and it's a
Yeah.
more reliable software.
Yeah.
Disadvantage, since it's very new. Okay, the resources which are trained on DevOps are very less currently.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You say the train on DevOps? Sorry, can you repeat this?
What?
Can you repeat the last sentence? You say the training?
So yeah, training on DevOps. So since it's a new area, the experienced professionals who have worked on DevOps projects are lesser.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you can
Yes.
still find like you knew about Agile. Okay, so you
Yeah.
are more using Agile only, but
Yeah.
DevOps coming
Actually,
new, you will
based what
not
you
be able, you won't know about DevOps. So that is what the
actually,
resources are scarce.
actually in our company actually I just through this BBT. I think we do have DevOps also. We do Agile and DevOps. Because maybe people that does not understand they do DevOps, but as
Hmm.
what's saying we do DevOps. So uh, yeah,
So that was on the things. Now there are two assessment modules that are there. So some questions pertaining to these things.
There is
So what is the
what?
first step? What?
You say there is two access modules? Sorry.
Assessment.
Assessment, okay.
Basis the PPT I just saw. So there are some questions are there which can maybe use. You can go through them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Like you
It's
asked for
in the
mock question and answers are there.
okay.
Okay.
Where is it? Is it in the TPP?
It's a document, I think. It's a document, PDF document. Can
Yeah.
you see?
Are you gonna
Okay.
get
Okay, I will share it again.
yeah. Yeah, I can see the PDF document.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So the question number one: what is the first step in creating?
Yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Can see this this is regarding testing strategy, right?
Yeah.
We just discussed. Okay.
Yes. What is the first step in creating the functional test strategy for SAP SD? That is understanding the business system requirement.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I can go through this, yes.
What is the purpose of identifying test scenarios in testing strategy? So the answer is to outline specific testing situations.
Okay, got it.
Which phase of testing strategy involves specifying what needs to be tested and the expected outcomes, defining test objectives. Okay, what needs to be
Yes.
tested and expected outcome.
Okay.
What is the main focus of regression testing in testing process?
Mm.
Ensure the existing functionality are not affected by any changes. The changes that we have done, that is still working. Okay, the
Okay.
old things are still, the existing functionality is still working after the changes also. That is the main purpose of regression testing.
Okay.
Which phase involves testing application with real world scenarios to ensure its readiness to production? UAT, user acceptance testing.
So
Okay. The
okay.
real world, yeah.
Mahmoud, I can go through this. I have one question regarding this. Even though we go through the billing and delivery, screens, but we haven't checked the delivery document, like in the configuration. Can we do this? Can we check this?
Configuration, delivery document configuration.
Yeah, I believe there is only two the type of document for only delivery, so it's it's not in depth. And for this billing documents, there is more than one document. And how is the process of defining and assigning? Maybe if we can, believe we can do it later if you want. Like we still have another session if you want, or we can do partially right now and the next partial we can do it later.
Let me do it today. So the delivery document is type is LF. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still seeing this PDF.
Okay, so it's in the PDF. Can you see now SAP?
Yes.
Okay. So I went inside SPRO. Okay. And then to logistic execution and then deliveries. And here is defined delivery types. Okay.
Okay.
Delivery type standard is LF. Okay.
Mm. Yes.
So this is delivery document type. Then the document category is J for delivery. then the number range again. Okay, item increment same like the sales order. It is also there. Then if the order is required or not for delivery. Okay, or is it from
Okay.
purchase order or purchase posting change with delivery, delivery or
Right.
subcontracting. Okay, so this is ZLF. LF is for sales order is required. Okay, so you have that confusion over here.
I see.
Okay,
Okay. Okay. Have a great day.
fine.
Have a
Okay,
good
thank you.
night.
Bye.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.